Hello there, good morning, and thanks for joining us on the news at 9 on Good Morning Cross River. I am Okan Peter. First from the state. The state government has pledged support towards the cultivation and sustenance of global best sanitization practice. The secretary to the state government, Barrister Tina Banku Agbo, made the pledge during the presentation of open defecation-free certificate to 46 communities in Bokitu State Constituency. The secretary, who was represented by Mr. Emmanuel Oga Eta, said sustainable sanitation practices would promote healthy living through elimination of epidemics. Barrister Agbo emphasized the state government's readiness to attain open defecation-free status. While congratulating the 46 open defecation-free communities in Bokitu, the SSG hoped that in the shortest possible time, all communities in Boki local government area would attain same status. The State House of Assembly has pledged to honor the proposed partnership of the British Council for the Development of Culture and Tourism in the state, describing the partnership as a welcome development and prospect for the enhancement of tourism activities in the state. The disclosure was made by the Chairman House Committee on Agriculture, Tourism and Event Management at the State House of Assembly, Mr. Hilary Bisong, represented by the Speaker, Mr. John Gold Alebo. Mr. Bisong expressed his excitement over the choice of inclusion of Cross River as a foremost state in the project of the Council and recalled the rich culture of the state, adding that the House will do all it can to provide the delegation a friendly institutional environment to succeed in their mission in the state. Mr. Bisong informed the delegation that the House is currently concerned about developing other products that can sustain the tourism sector and keep Calabar vibrant outside the carnival period, which is just in December, and also to commercialize the product of the carnival festivities. The Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Asukwo Ekpenyong, has charged staff of the ministry to redouble their efforts to ensure that the ministry generates the needed funds to help fund the governor's signature project. Speaking while on a familiarization tour of the Ministry of Finance shortly after his inauguration, Mr. Ekpenyong said the present economic realities have challenged him to explore other avenues of financing government projects and programs, hence the nod to ensure that staff of the ministry also rise to the challenge. The Commissioner noted that such efforts will ensure that in no distant future, the state will grow to the level of fiscal autonomy where it will no longer really rely on federal allocations to pay salaries and meet other financial commitments of the state. He assured staff of a better future for themselves and the state when they do the needed, noting that it was the dawn of a new era that required new approaches to the execution of tax and not as it was done in the past. And from the national scene, President Muhammadu Buhari says extremism and terrorism can be defeated if people take actions against it. Speaking on behalf of African heads of state and government at the closing executive session of the 2015 Commonwealth Summit in Malta, Buhari said he was confident that terrorism will be defeated with greater international cooperation and collaboration. Buhari, in a statement by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, said he had the opportunity to discuss in a serene atmosphere amid ranging issues of great significance not only to members of Commonwealth but to global community. He reaffirmed the unwavering commitment of Nigeria and other African member countries to the promotion and protection of a core values of the Commonwealth. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has expressed concern over increasing graduate unemployment. He said the country will be toying with grave dangers should the trend persist. The ex-president sounded the warning at the 10th anniversary and convocation ceremonies of the state-owned Tai Solarin University of Education, Ijagun. He urged the federal, state and local government to pay more attention to job creation for the growing unemployed youth. Obasanjo, who spoke after the university conferred an honorary doctorate degree in political science on him, said education is a meal ticket for anybody that has it. And to the international community, a critical United Nations conference aimed at agreeing a new global approach to climate change is set to open in Paris. The meeting, known as COP21, will see negotiations from 195 countries attempt to finalize a new treaty over the next 2 weeks. Political leaders from 147 countries will address the conference, but the poorest countries say fear being left behind in the push to agree a deal. French government will officially take over the running of the talks during the opening ceremony. Presidents and prime ministers will address the gathering amid a growing sense of patriotism that an agreement can be secured. Turkey and European leaders have struck a deal to try to control the flow of migrants to Europe. Turkey will receive 3 billion euros and political concession in return for clamping down on its borders and keeping refugees in the country. Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu said it was a historic day in Turkey's relations with the EU. Under the deal, Turkish citizens may be able to travel without visas in Europe, Schengen zones, which allows a free movement between many European countries by October 2016. However, the rules will be relaxed only if Turkey meets certain conditions. And in our last report, Pope Francis has called on fighting factions in the Central African Republic to lay down their weapons. Speaking during Mass in the Central African Republic capital Banjul, the Pope said instead they should arm themselves with justice, love, peace, and authentic peace. Earlier he said he hoped next month's polls in the Central African Republic would open a new chapter for the country. Central African Republic has been torn apart by violence between Muslim rebels and Christian militaries. It is the Pontiff's first visit to a conflict zone and the final stop on his landmark 3-nation African tour. And that's it on the news update this morning. More details and of course more reports will definitely come your way later on at midday, 6 o'clock and of course 8 p.m. But for now, do enjoy the concluding part of Good Morning Cross River. Thanks for watching and bye for now.